I'm Cam Santee. I'm number 21. I'm a safety and a tight end. And a fun fact about me is I have size 14 feet, but unfortunately what they say isn't true.
Screen! Hold it. That boy was like a Christmas tree out there. There's like a Christmas tree out there, man. He got lit up. That boy got lit up.
What does it mean to you to be an Avon Eagle?
It means to be part of something that's bigger than yourself, you know. Coach Eller always said, do your 111th, you know, and I feel like as long as you can just get that done, we'll have some success on the field.
When you put on that jersey, what's it feel like?
You know, it's special, you know, not a lot of people get to experience what we do. Going out there against Lake last week, it's like one of the best environments you could be a part of. You know, there's so many people like cheering and everyone's going crazy, and you're playing a game that you love, so, you know, it's just something different.
Speaking of different, you guys go through some crazy things. 5 a.m. lifts, 30 dozens, 2-a-days. How would you describe that to an outsider?
When I moved here, I thought it was kind of like a cult. I didn't think that was like normal at all, like high school football. But like once you get into it, at times it does suck, you know, like waking up at 5 isn't easy, especially when you do it a lot, you know, wears you down. But you really see how much it like is valued and pays off later in the year when that's what separates you from other teams in the playoffs and winning. So 5 a.m. not a lot of people are up, so it's just you guys just like pounding it out. You know, I feel like going through that kind of struggle really brings you guys together, so it definitely like brings you a lot closer.
How much does that separate you from teams in the area and in the state, and that makes you an elite team?
Avon's culture is all about like winning and like doing stuff that not a lot of people do, which separates you for sure. So I feel like that is like what it comes down to later in the year.
Here you are, your senior year. How psyched are you for it?
I'm excited. It's kind of going by fast though. It's already like week 5, so it's kind of sad that it's going by so fast, but I think it's a ton of fun. You know, I enjoyed every minute of it.
Your role has changed this year. You were primarily defensive last year. Now you're on offense. You're scoring touchdowns.
Yeah.
What's that like?
It's nice, you know, like get a little bit of both sides of the ball, get love from both sides, you know. I like it.
How about your physical transformation in the last year? A lot of people would see you from last year to this year, and they'd be like, what did he eat? What did he do? You've physically grown in so many areas. How would you describe that?
Yeah, Jared Cicchetti, man, you got to trust the process. It's like 25 pounds or something in the off season. It definitely would separate you from other teams. Just if everyone's bigger and stronger and faster, there's not much you can compete against with that. So I feel like that definitely is a plus on the field.
Is there a teammate of yours that stands out that maybe doesn't get the pub, doesn't get the press, their name's not in the paper, that just balls out every day and just presses the heck out of you?
I got to think for a second. Nolan Good, I know his name comes up a lot, but like on the field, not as much. But I feel like he's a very big part in like scout team offense. You know, like getting a good look is like a very big part in like prepping for the week. And I feel like with him at like scout team quarterback, he does a great job of doing that. So.
Talking to your teammates throughout the preseason, one thing that always pops up is state championship. Is that something that's in the back of your mind?
For sure. I mean, you got to win the last one, and just every step is part of that. You know, that's the ultimate goal, but you just got to take it one step at a time.
How attainable is it?
I think it's high possibility. You know, I feel like if everyone just keeps doing their job and just grinding it out, that's high possibility.
Would that be the perfect ending to your senior year?
That would be. That's definitely how I see it ending. So.
You look at him and you wish we had 22 more of him. He's physically gifted. He's what coaches would dream of, you know, 6'2", 215 that can run all over the field and cover and tackle. And oh, by the way, he plays tight end and can collapse an edge and also beat you over the top for a post. And you know, he's a matchup nightmare on offense and defense. He plays every position and he plays it at an extremely high level.
What does it say about his work ethic in the offseason? He put on, 20, 30 pounds of flat-out muscle?
Yeah, I believe last year he ended the season at about 185, and he's up to 215 now, so 30 pounds of muscle, and that just doesn't happen. I don't care how gifted physically you are, there has to be a certain amount of effort that gets put into that. And Cam is a leader in the weight room and leads by example, and he put in the work. He has earned all of his playing time, and he has earned the recognition and the attention that he draws from other teams because he performed last year and he's performing this year, and he has worked his tail off to do that.
Cam Santee hit the genetic lottery when it comes to playing football. He's got great size, speed, athleticism. There's a reason he's going to play Division I football at Holy Cross. He's a student of the game. He's smart. But he's a guy that not only on the defensive side of the ball, where he's excelled for a while, but on the offensive side of the ball has become a big weapon for us as well.
How about just his transformation from his junior or senior year physically? What does that say about his offseason?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Cicchetti, Coach Oakes, Coach Goldeisen, those guys do a great job with our players, but it doesn't work if the player doesn't buy into it. And Cam Santee has committed himself to taking care of his body, becoming bigger, faster, and stronger. As a result, he's the player you see today. I mean, he's the heart and soul of our defense. And then on the offensive side of the ball, he's a guy that when we put him in, we want him to get touches.
How nice is that now that he's the anchor of the defense, but now he's blossomed into a weapon on offense?
Yeah, as a senior, for us, we're trying to get the ball in the playmaker's hands, and that's what he's become. I mean, he's a playmaker. He's a young man who loves the game of football. We moved him from wide receiver to tight end, and what a lot of people don't understand is that as a tight end is a hybrid. It has to be you're an offensive lineman who can also is athletic enough to play wide receiver. And because he never had that skill set as the offensive line piece of it, that was new to him. But he took on the challenge. He didn't ask questions. He didn't question it. And he's become a really good blocker at the point of attack as well. So he truly is a really good tight end and someone who makes our offense better. And then obviously on the defensive side of the ball, we can play him at safety and we can move him down and play him at linebacker, which is what we're doing now.
And what does that say about him and his character and everything to take on new roles and excel at them?
Well, he's an intelligent young man. Holy Cross is a high academic institution. They don't recruit just anybody. I mean, you have to have a certain academic aptitude to go to school there. And so he's smart. He's smart on the football field. He's smart as a student. And as a result, we can do a lot of fun things with him.
If I was a flavor of ice cream, I don't think I've ever been asked that. Like cookie dough.
Why?
I like cookie dough. Yeah.
If you were pizza, what toppings would be on you?
I like meatballs, so I would say a little meatball in there, pepperoni. That's about it.
Okay.
Not too much.
If Hollywood made a movie about Cam Santee, who would star as Cam?
Leonardo DiCaprio. Sure.
Why?
I just think he's a stud. Great actor. He's got some solid movies.
It's an Oscar winner, too.
Finally. Yeah.
Last month, the lottery got up to $1 billion.
Okay.
If you had the winning ticket, what would be the first handful of things you would buy?
I would be buying my parents new cars, probably a little lake house, boat, beach house. Yeah, for sure. A little vacation spot. That'd be nice.
Anything else?
Throw it all in the bank. Let it grow. I don't need it right now. I'm like 18, so.